Hi guys, this is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the Global Chart Attack, October 27, 2020. This is the awesome 10x market update for the global stock. So let's begin. Actually, a lot of people seem surprised, but we aren't really. We aren't surprised that the market is falling because 12,000 Nasdaq is of course a resistance. We are aware of that. But what does it mean? What's gonna happen in the market? So we said that here at about 11,000, you're gonna double top here at about 12,000. Be careful there. But you've got a support here at 11,000 again, and another support. It's gonna have a support at 11,300 and 11,000. And if it's really deep, then it's 10,000. I don't really think that you have a lot to worry about because the market is gonna give you great opportunities, whatever you are doing. Nasdaq went up, went down. What happened to some companies that we are taking a look at? Unity is consolidating, still strong. So we actually added more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buys already. 67, 70, some people, 74 for me, 67, 74. 77 even, 84, yeah, and then 95, 96, 97, even as high as 100 actually. So I do think that this Unity is an outperformer. You could see that the Nasdaq is doing nothing while the Unity is going higher. Same for Palantir, showed to you strength. Palantir is showing strength. This is a company that I bought at 9.5, and I think that this one will go higher, break 1050, and then go higher. As you could see in China, like Hong Kong, Tencent is still strong. Those who bought at 500, they thought that 550, 560 is a resistance, consolidation, and then kaboom, go up. You've actually got Nintendo actually here at about buying area zone. If you've got Nintendo, we had a buy here at about 50,000 yen. And here at about 55, 56 is still a buy. You could see that these are higher lows. It's just a matter of whether you know what you are buying, and very many winners actually. I'm gonna tell you. So I told you that Sumo Group in London was a good company, and here at about 205 breakout, here at about 240 consolidated, 260. This consolidation I think will just go 300 and 400. So this one is an awesome 10x class pick. So yeah, we have Sumo Group. Sumo Group in London, not Sumo in US. Not to be mistaken, it's Sumo Logic. Sumo Logic is a different company. This is a software company. I think the IPO was $20 and it's now at 18, 19. I haven't studied this company, but from my initial reading, it doesn't display to me a strong, compelling buy, honestly speaking. And I also studied the IPO of Miniso Group. I mean, I just took a look at it on the weekend. And because it's a retailer, traditional dinosaurs are not awesome 10x ideas unless I could buy it really, really low. So Miniso, I think IPO was $20. I think the sales was down 50%. From 2019 to 2020, like all retailers are, but still, it actually impressed me that even in just 7 years, this company has 4,200 stores. Of course, when it comes to retailers, we don't like all of them. GME, you can notice that GME here at about $4 was a great buying opportunity. Buying area at 6, 7, still went up 10 to 14, but I think this one is already being taken profits from. So it's just a matter of whether you entered right or wrong. Now, some companies that went up that I don't agree with is actually Jumia. Jumia went from 8 to 18. I disagree with this move. I think that there's speculation by the market that Jumia is going to be bought by Tencent. I don't know whether Tencent will buy it, but I think that this is actually a resistance point. It double topped here at about 1920. I think this is a triple top here at about 1920-18. So I don't agree with this move. Now, there are companies that, of course, are very strong, and I want to show them to you. SunPower. SunPower is actually just consolidating here. So I know that people are risking a potential drop here at about 14 or 12. If it does, I will just buy. If it goes higher 19, 20, I do know that there will be resistances. But over the long run, I do think that SunPower goes higher and higher. So with cannabis names, let's take a look at some of them. Grow Generation broke down last night, but still, it's still intact here at about 1750. We made a buy record here at about 9 to 12. Some of us sold here at a consolidation about 15, 16, 17. Some people remember this resistance at about 21. But I think that this resistance at 21 will eventually be broken out. And yes, I do think that this grow generation goes 24, 26, even as high as 50 to $100 in the future, because grow generation has a long-term move for all the companies that are racing the cash crop. For those who aren't aware, um, you can have $400,000 for 20 metric tons of hemp. So yeah, like I do believe that the cannabis is a high cash crop, higher than coffee, and it's gonna benefit grow generation. Those who are planting hemp extracts for your CBD movement, which is of course through True Leaf. I do believe in True Leaf, so this one is still strong, very strong movement. Green Thumb is still strong, very strong movement. Our 5G picks, I know there are some people that are taking profits on Qualcomm at about 128, 130, but it is still, in my view, a way higher. For some plant meat plays, let me just discuss that. I think the drop of Tattooed Chef here at about $17 is an opportunity to enter. So TTCF here at about 19, 18, 17, even as low as $14 is a buying area in my view. I also think that Clean Spark, after making us, they made an equity offering at $9. I do believe that this drop at about 8 or even as low as 7.5 is an entry opportunity. So buy at 8, buy at 10, buy at 8. I think that this is an entry area. I also think this one in Stockholm, Sweden, Toby, eye tracking is a good area here at about $50. If this one goes down, it's 50 Swedish kroners. Bloom Energy, I do believe here at about 15 to 14 is an entry opportunity. I thought that, oops, sorry, stop that. So $18, and then this one at 21, 20, yeah, 21 I still added, but this drop I think is not a problem. Look that it went from $2.80 to as high as $22. I still believe that this is an uptrend. So Bloom Energy, even if I know that this earnings they might be making a loss, sure it can go to 14 or even 12, but I think that that is an opportunity for me to buy rather than to sell. So this is more a buying opportunity on oversold areas. I was watching also videos, of course. Yeah, so Tesla here at about 420. I think that self-driving, they've released their self-driving modes. And yeah, so I think that this one is a potential robo-taxi network. So at 420, as low as 350, these are actually buying areas, as low as 350. So gonna take a look at the portfolio as well. Portfolio Tencent okay, Nintendo okay. Yeah, we have that. Copen is okay. Copen I wouldn't mind. Copen here at about 130. I do know that there will be some resistances for Copen at about 150 and 180, but this one is just consolidating. So yeah, still holding on to my Copen. I'll sell it when it reaches near 160 to 180. It's going to take a long time. Take a look that this is just a normal consolidation. So these consolidations could take 2 months or a month, but this one on earnings front, I think that it's going to be doing well. In terms of earnings, I do think that Google and Facebook, yes, I understand. I already told you 1650, there will be some resistances. So at 1620, some of us trimmed. Nonetheless, yeah, we bought some at 1455, 15. We do think that this is a long-term uptrend for Google. So yeah, so buying at just really buying all the way. So yes, there will be some selling at 1650, but overall, like it's gonna go $2,000 if you're gonna wait a long time. So 6 months from now, I do think this goes higher and higher. And for Facebook, I know that the earnings is coming out this October 29. Yeah, October 29. So I do think that long-term wise, this one goes higher. It does go 300 or 326. Any drops at about 260 below is still a buying area. So yeah, just holding on. Take note that for Spotify, C Limited, Roku, I still hold on to them. Spotify, I could see a resistance here at 280, 284. I know some people sold there, but it's just a trim, still holding on. I just trimmed a little and then, yeah, hold on to it as high as 300, $400. So generally speaking, the news also I'm going to share to you is that FUV and Arcimoto and DHL has a partnership. And so I think that this drop at about $6.15 is actually an area even as low as 586. This is an area to buy. Funko is also an area to buy here at about 6.5. Take note that we were seeing this consolidation for quite a long time. Finally, it broke out of that 644. I do think that Funko goes 780 and 980. So yeah, there's actually more. I see more buying opportunities rather than being afraid of the market. Oversold drops or breakouts are actually good opportunities to add more position in the market. Let me take a look at some commentaries. What do you think about Ant Financial? I haven't studied Ant Financial, but I think Ant Financial is going to be trading at about 300 billion market cap. So I don't think you'll make a 10x move at $300 billion market cap. I personally prefer other IPOs. So I like the Array IPO. So this company is a solar. I gave it as a free Friday class pick. Array went IPO $22. It went as high as 44. I would love to get Array, even if I can get it at 36. So I'm taking a look at where the entry point for Array Technologies is. I'm more interested about Array, and you know that I have Palantir and Unity. So I'm more interested in other IPOs rather than the Ant Financial. But that said, I haven't studied. I mean, I just took a look at the headlines, $300 billion. Pass muna ako sa Ant Financial. Miss Nikki, what are your thoughts on Moderna? I didn't study Moderna, but I think Moderna already has stopped at about $70. Moderna already went as low as like I think Moderna has gone 10x already this year, or even 20x. Let me show you Moderna mRNA. mRNA was being talked about, biotech, since February. That was $20. It's now $70. I think it's already sold down. Yeah, there's already a lot of offerings. Billions of dollars are being distributed at $70, $80. I don't think it's a buy. I wouldn't sell it if you have it low. Or if you will sell it, of course, you're already up 300%. So it's okay to sell half or sell 1/4, 1/3. Any thoughts on GameStop? Me personally on GameStop, I believe that about 10 to 16 is a resistance area. So we were early here on GameStop, as low as $4. Of course, Michael Burry was the earliest. He bought it at about $3.30. So we've been looking at GameStop as early as $4, 4.70. We were trading at sympathy love, and then breakout at 6, 7. Yeah, buy there, even as high as 8. We sold at 10, 12, even if at $14, 15. Some of us have already sold. If we were just holding on to it, we will buy it back if it goes below 10. Maybe it doesn't even go down below 10, but I don't think that you'll get reward if you buy it now. 14, maybe it goes 15, it can go 10, no reward. So if you're late on GameStop, you are late. You don't need to force it. You're late. There's a lot of other companies in the Philippines, in the US. And I wish that you're invested with Awesome 10X, because we have been sharing a lot of good companies. How do you screen your stocks? I would like to get a glimpse of your filtering process. If you watch my 1 hour deep dive, making money by sleeping, making money while sleeping, I discussed in that 1 hour deep dive how I filter my ideas. So, but to give you a fast answer there, the question is this company a stock that I would own for 10 years? Can I hold it for a decade? Is this company in a secular trend? Is this company something that is really, I know that you might find it funny, but really I can find companies that's growing 100, 200% growth in revenues. So why would I force myself with 10% names when I can make 100%? Some of those names that we've identified was, of course, Connected TV, Roku. Yeah, we got in at $45 last year, $40. This year, I still recommend it at $100 and $85. It's now $220. If you think about streaming, like Spotify, why did I choose it at $150? It's now $280, but I still recommend it at $220, $240. The reason is, when I study the company, I'm not looking at the fourth quarter earnings or the quarterly earnings report. I do think, what are the 10-year trajectory of this company? Is this company like doing the right things? And you will know my analysis because I give free Friday class picks. Last week, I discussed Array Technologies. I was showing what was happening in the solar world, in the solar panels. If you understand what's happening within the next 3 to 5 years, 2022 to 2023, you can understand how I filter my stocks. I filter my stocks through secular trends, 10x opportunities. I discussed heavily about this. Just go to Awesome 10x. I always have 1 hour Friday classes. I discuss how to double your money, investing globally. If you think about it, I answered my choices with the context of why it will go up and why I could be wrong. And you will understand that I buy and invest in 20 to 30 names, sometimes 40 names. I'll be honest with you guys. I took a look at my portfolio. I already have 40 names, and I still even want to buy more. Um, so yeah, like I think that why do you think that I still hold 40 names? Because some of the names that I have are already 100% above, 200, 500% above. Why would I sell them? If I have Zoom video at 88, do you think at 500 I would sell? I sold some for 90, yes. I even sold some at 240 before. But yeah, I wouldn't sell all if I think that it's not gonna go down to my cost anyway. C Limited, do you think that I'm gonna sell it at 160? Let's say my cost was $40. No, I wouldn't. I even added at 110. CrowdStrike, I'll give you an example. CrowdStrike, cybersecurity. Amazon uses them. Apple uses them. A lot of companies use cybersecurity. Banks use them. Why do you think I would sell it? Unity up 50% in a month. Would I sell it? No. 67 to 100, it's 33 bucks higher in a month. Would I sell it? No. I've been adding on my winners. Winners learn. Winners need to know why did I choose Unity? Well, you can learn more why I choose names. Really, you can. The answer is, well, I already gave a lot of my awesome 10x picks in free Friday classes, but I also share a lot inside the inner circle, inside the awesome10x.com. Yeah, invest just 2,000 pesos. I don't even consider it invest. I'm making you money. I'm helping you earn. Yeah, so inside the library, you'll understand products like this classes, like I do classes. You'll understand, for instance, I discuss general overview on cancer therapies. What is medical marijuana and CBD and immunotherapies? Rewalk Robotics, Danimer Scientific, Saving the World from Plastic, Biodegradable Plastics. When it comes to 3D printing stocks, I think it's an interesting sector. I covered Nano Dimension for free for all of you. NNDM, we covered it, $2.25. Yesterday, Nano Dimension said that at $3 that they needed to raise money. That is not a surprise to me because NNDM was needing money. That's why I said, you know what, $4, $5, you gotta trim some, sold half. And then this one area is a buying area, $3 all the way to $2.34. This is a 3D printing name that it's small, but they also have a lot of other companies, Natreon Energy. You want to understand those things. What are your thoughts on Baozun and Pintuatua? Baozun copied Shopify. First and foremost, you have to understand that Baozun's business model is very different from Shopify, even if they copied Shopify. Baozun is doing WeChat, mini apps. They help companies like Nike in China. So that said, we actually gave a buy here at about $32, made a sell at 44. With Chinese names, guys, I'm not a buy and hold. Chinese names I trade. Pintuotuo, I traded some at $90. I bought Pintuotuo at about $73 and $80. We bought here at $80. We bought more at 70, 73. So our average is 75. I sold at 90. And then I know that selling 90 to 100 is a trim. But overall, you know, I like Pintuotuo. I think it's going to go $200 someday. I invested early in Pintuotuo as early as $20 last year. Pintuotuo is a 500% move for Awesome 10X. Of course, last year I never had Awesome 10X. I was just teaching my clients to invest globally. They made so much money on your Pintuotuo, your Tesla, your Nvidia, AMD, la la la. That's why they decided that, Nikki, you should teach more people. And so this Awesome 10X was created. And so I help people invest their money globally. They can just watch me here. You just trade Neo, Li, Xiaopeng. Neo is $2 to $30. I don't think that Neo is a buy and hold unless your cost is below $10. To be honest, at $10, I would be surprised if you never even sold a little at $20. I mean, Neo, depending on your cost, if you're buying at 28, are you sure that's not going to go $20? It can go $19. Li Auto is not a company that I own. Xiaopeng, you know what? Xiaopeng hasn't gone 10x. So Xiaopeng Motors, in my view, is a company that can go from 17 to $100. So at $20, $19, I wouldn't sell there. I'm gonna buy there. I think the $20 below for Xiaopeng is an excellent area to buy. So yeah, what you'll know and what you'll learn is how I think, how I invest. Um, it's not small to tell you that it's easy to make 100% and 10x moves in US with the awesome 10x with you. So yeah, whether you need proof, well, you can see there's so much proof that I could share to you. You can actually just backtrack October, November. Well, it's not yet November. Backtrack September, August, all our picks. Then you can understand whether our picks are helping you make money or not. But in general, with Chinese names, I don't tend to buy and hold Chinese names. I do, but very selectively. Of course, Tencent, JD, Pintuatuo, but I trim. Like I trim. Why? Because Chinese companies tend to always have that behavior of volatility. They don't move as strong like a Roku or a C Limited or a Spotify. Less volatility for US names, more volatility for Chinese names. That is just my experience. I mean, the experience of owning a Shopify, the experience of owning a Chinese name, Chinese names are just more volatile. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because Chinese people are just inherently buy, selling, buy, selling, buy, selling. So there. Yeah, so just one last news before I end. Arcimoto and DHL, probably read this. So 15 hours ago, Eugene EV maker Arcimoto partners with DHL for a nationwide delivery. This one I think is very good for Arcimoto. Arcimoto aims for a big ramp up in production. Said Monday it will use DHL to get its electric three-wheelers from the factory in Eugene directly to buyers around the country. Partnership solves a problem logistically, CDO Mark Fronmayer said over the web. He said it's a huge deal for us. We want to be laser focused. Oops, I can't read it anymore. Not paying. Nonetheless, the company is eyeing 50,000 vehicles annually within 2 years. I like Arcimoto. It's one of those electric vehicles that I'm actually interested in. I'm actually also interested in an electric scooter. I haven't discussed it yet in Awesome 10X. I'll be studying it first. But yeah, I love the EV sector. I've made money here. EV sector, of course, your Teslas, your 1211s, your Geely Autos, your Geely Auto wasn't doing so well, but it's okay. I mean, it's there. Yeah, steady lang naman yan eh. Nandyan pa rin sa 16. So steady lang siya, still consolidating. Eventually, of course, I do think that it will break out, but it's just too slow. Yun. So yun. All right, guys. I hope that you have a good day, and thank you for watching Awesome 10X channel. And then see you again tomorrow. Please click the channel. Please click the like button, and do share and subscribe. Bye-bye.